Time to pay the fee. Time to pay the fee! Achieved rank 3 with the other Mila.
I don't know what to make of you. What do you hope to gain by cozying up to me like this? Hey, I didn't say I minded. I just want to know what's in it for you. Actually, forget I said anything. Here, just take this.
That stance. It's not like I want to give you this or anything. What does that give me? Oh, Psych 3 due to that. Got trophies for 450 restores with Jude. And 450 retributions with Gaius, which is just basically like stand there blocking, waiting for the enemy to attack. And if you get hit during the block, your sword will glow. And then you do like a step forward as you're blocking, and you'll just like hit them with your sword. It's best to grind this with minimum damage, of course. But even then, that attack bleeds enemies, so they're going to take onset damage. So it can be a little bit tricky. But you especially want to use this against them enemies from the Colmar Trail, like the clawed female enemies, the wolves, the scorpions, stuff that's going to attack you a whole hell of a lot. Not those worm-looking enemies. They do more magic-based damages from below, and guys can't really block those normally. I've also reached 2.5 million gold repaid. So yeah, I'm back with Gaius. I got Leia's shirtless options. Showing off the gams. Although I still like her in the yellow, so I just wanted to show that off before I put it back on. Actually, if I can get a wig that... If I could change her color to like orange, kind of like April O'Neil-ish, I would totally do that. I'm trying to remember which one it was. No default attire. There we go. And I got Gaius back with us once again. Complete the package with the superhero belt because it's just that coming out now. Hello. Make him the leader again, so they can show him off. Yeah. Before we continue on with the story, the fractured dimension. Oh, Mon Highlands. I actually got a bonus scene with Leia I somehow didn't get before it happened when I met up with Gaius the second time to get back to this point. I don't know if she was in because she was with us in the party at the time, or I don't know what the bonus was, but how to get that. If anybody knows, please let me know. It's basically she wanted to write a piece on him, and Gaius replied like it would blow his cover at the moment, and Leia's got no problem waiting. Gaius is like, all right, that's fine. And another moment between those two is when I do missions that have to do with killing a bunch of skeletons in Talos High Road. He wonders aloud, were these skeletons former humans? And Leia's like, that must have meant they were ghosts. Speaking of Leia, she got Lottery 2, which increases the chance of double gold to 77%. Holy shit. I also figured out how these mystic arts are supposed to work. You do hold down X, but you need to spare 20 skill points to equip something called Special for you to use it. Something I have, something Gaius has. Eventually everyone else will too, but I'm just... Mon Highlands. I actually haven't been to this far yet before. This is a little later on in Riza Maxia.
Don't mess up my big skill principle.
Okay, watch it, might as well do that.
These are the Mon Highlands, right?
Then our first destination should be Canbelar.
Ah, back home, eh?
Wow, Gaius, you really managed to adapt yourself to Olympius, huh? Hey, Erston, you've really managed to adapt yourself to Olympius, huh?
Yes, by posing as the scion of a wealthy family from a remote region of the country. They've taken to calling me the prodigal son down at the docks.
You've developed a whole character for yourself. I had no idea you were such a performer.
What's a prodigal son?
The world is in crisis and you're playing make-believe? Maybe you should take this a little more seriously.
Do you agree with that assessment? Indeed. Could a ruler who can't empathize with the lives of the citizenry be trusted in a time of crisis? His ignorance could lead his country to disaster.
A world in crisis means people in crisis. So the more you understand people, the better you can serve them.
So you understand.
As a journalist, I represent the common man.
His Highness really is a great man.
Al, you're not supposed to call him that.
Oh, His Prodigal Highness really is a great man.
That's why Gaius is awesome. Been saying that since Xillia 1.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I was merely noticing the differences between your hairstyle and Prime Mila's. How can I explain it? Locks of hair sort of pop out of the left side of her head.
That's like how a child would describe it. You sure are ignorant about these things.
The topic does not come up often in my political and military planning meetings.
She probably has Sylph style it for her. I used to do that too, but maintaining it was such a hassle. Although when I swung it around quickly, I could distract a foe between attacks.
So that's what it was for.
I know what you mean. If my hair isn't parted straight down the middle, it drives me crazy. But it's such a pain trying to get it to stay that way.
Elle, do you do your own hair?
No, my daddy used to do it for me.
And now?
Now I have Luger do it.
Then isn't he the one who should be complaining about it?
Well, it's a pain to have to hold still for so long.
And he keeps trying to feed me tomatoes. I said tomatoes are good, eat them. I say this as a former picky eater as a kid too. I'm like, I've missed out on so much. So hopefully you become older and realize that as I do. So I used to hate hot dogs as a kid. It's like weird to me. I still think they are kind of, but now I have the option of like, good old barbecue sauce. That usually fixes everything. Or at the very least, A1 steak sauce. That's my other thing, so. Like that California roll I had, I'm like, I don't like avocado, but I like this. Kind of an inspiration now, where I'm like, okay, maybe I mix this with this and it'll get these big enemies. I wish I had Alvin with me, but I can't change parties during these. Because Alvin can break their guard. I'm still working on all the passive stuff they do. I think his is like, as I'm getting hit, he steps in and defends me.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I didn't really grind with him all that much. Well, I did. We mostly grinded ourselves to see if we could, meet his level, and we kind of did, but he's still a little bit ahead of us. Like, he's about to level up. We still, like, on the cusp of, at the very beginning of our XP bar, so he's still a little bit ahead of us. But yeah, you can see the red splashing out of these enemies as he hits them. Yeah. There's a lot of his attacks are bleed-based. That big katana, his cuts deep. I don't know if my shit actually does that.
Very well done.
Transform! It's gonna come up soon. Working on that trophy in the meantime. 450 of those. Wow!
Don't treat me like a kid. Just remember, you and I are partners.
My experience ain't too shabby either.
We have no limits.
Of course, if I could pay for that double option... Nah, you don't want the... That might make the LP go even quicker, but... Yeah, I'm just gonna run around and look for shit. Look at that determined run. I like Leia's too. I just like when she's like stops running. She's like, "Whoa! Put on the brakes." I wonder if anyone adopts the Naruto and runs with their behind them. I'm gonna see if she would. What's that one anime thing I got stuck in my head? The second ending of Hunter. So good. That was one of those things you can hear forever. Be hype about. I think this place is tapped for the moment, and I also gotta remember there's no cats here or anything. Yeah, you mentioned Canbalar. It's Gaius' old kingdom.
Hey, Your Highness. You know when it's super cold and you get those weird bumps on your skin? Why is that?
Because it's cold.
You guys I know, kind of. These are the enemies I mean, like, especially these human enemies, because they attack often. Ooh, let me show it off here. Down X. Here we go. Did this to one enemy and got about 40,000 damage. Ooh, that alone was like 33. See, I got knocked down and you defended me. And again, if you're high enough rank, you saw it immediately jump up to like the next level, my little bar there. They get like trained for that, whatchamacallits, quite a bit as you level people up with their ranks and all that. Like all those restores, it would immediately go up. It's been a while since I paid you, so I gotta be careful.
Nova to Luger.
Yep.
Come in, Luger.
Yeah, another 5,000 that she would have called. So
It's my job to keep things interesting around here. Hope you like it.
I like it a lot better now that I, once again, I don't have your name right now. I had to look it up earlier. Tidu Limar. Okay, I did keep. Yeah, I keep Notepad open for stuff like this so I can remember what I did, especially all the stuff I did with outside and grinding. Never fails. Notepad. Remember shit for me when I'm too dumb to do it myself. I have a very... I said I have a photographic memory, but it's a kind of selective too at the same time, if that makes sense. Like names I'd probably be shitty with, but I could tell you like, I remember this one time, I don't know an example of that, but like that whole, like I told the story like in a one of my one-player podcasts about it when I was getting that one time when I was getting hassled and I like thought I accidentally well, I did not even accidentally, I just hit the if you haven't heard it, I might as well explain it again here. I might probably told this story, but it's one of my crowning achievements as a kind of a gamer and as a person. I was trying to put quarters in the one slot and it wasn't working. And I had like a line of people, form a line of people behind me, and one person decided to heckle me all the way through. And I was determined to put it in the one thing. I was a stubborn child. I kind of still stubborn now, but at least now I have kind of the age and wisdom to admit, like, yeah, maybe I'm a little stubborn. Maybe I should do something else. Maybe I should, like, calm myself down a little bit and think things through. I kind of was determined. He was like, yeah, just keep doing that or whatever. Keep putting it through that hole. It's worked like the 4 other times. Something along those lines. So yeah, in a Sonic Blastman machine, it's one of those things. It's one of those pads where you like 3 punches to break the thing, to like beat the boss, not to. You see, I can remember the story, but I can't explain it too well. There's that as well.
Aw, too bad.
But yeah, But yeah, I put it in the other slot, and then I got started. So you get that started, the pad goes up, and it's like 3 punches to boot. You get like 3 punches to like clear the stage, like with enough punching power to like boot the guy, and it's varying difficulties. I think I was still trying the punk because that's like the first one, and he goes down to like, I think it's like 300, and you beat that challenge. I was punching roughly around a little under 100. But of course, with the guy heckling me, now I'm a little more angry. And my first punch, just still a little under 99, but I'm angry because he was laughing at me because I was punching under 100 that first shot. So the second time the bag comes up, all right, shot 2, go. So now I'm even more angry with now he's got a heckler, because I get the heckler, but now I got a crowd behind me who starts heckling me too, thinking I'm dog shit. So punch 2, bam, a little over 100 now. I'm starting to punch a little bit harder now. 100 to 110 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, 200. If I just do that again, I'll finally win that challenge. I'm like, okay. But the thing was, now the bag wasn't coming up because I hit it a little. Maybe it was just an old machine or something like that. It was a little hard, and got everybody throwing punches at this thing. So probably had to fix it a whole hell of a bunch. I didn't think of it at the time, but the machine was like, punch 3, go, or something along those lines, like waiting for me to punch it the third time, but the bag wasn't coming up. So I'm like, I grab the underside of the bag, pull it back up.
Hey!
I've seen people do it a couple of times there, like are already doing it that way. So I'm like, okay, if I don't get the punch, it's on punch 3, go, bam! I hear a loud noise. I'm like, oh shit, I broke this. Like it says like machine under duress or something like that, or I hit it hard enough to get like an error message or something like that is what I mean. And during my time of like, oh shit, I thought I broke this thing. Oh no, what do I do? I look behind me. Heckler's nowhere to be found. So I don't know if he just like got bored or if I scared him off thinking like maybe he did something. Still feeling like, oh shit, did I actually scare a dude off without throwing a punch? Like, damn. So, careful who you piss off, children. Of course, back then, this was before the internet. You didn't have like all this cyberbullying nonsense where people could just like be like armchair tough guys, you know what I mean? Like those guys that would like be like, oh, disagree with you and would boot your ass or like do your mom said or something. It ain't stupid shit like that. Like, I was a kid when I got bullied, and then show up tomorrow in class, throw a cinder block into the guy and say, don't let it happen again. Or next time I won't fucking miss. This is before guns too, so looking back, maybe I'm like, When it was a lot simpler to put fear in children's eyes. Nowadays, any fucking idiot can get his hands on a gun if he wants to. Grade school, you could do that. That was all my stuff in grade school. Like, bring anything. The teacher saw me usually so mad to start lifting something like really heavy, like I was gonna throw this at this person if I could lift it over me, and just like everybody, teachers would just like run in and stop me from doing that, So, like I said, careful who you piss off, I got my. So yeah, I got picked on as a kid, but not for very long, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that was my crowning moment. One of my things I'll remember forever is he actually stopped something from happening. I don't know if he would have, like, he wasn't really a bully. He was just heckling me, but I'm sure he wasn't heckling me any much longer. It's like, oh shit. I swore I could remember looking right at the dude at my first punch and just like, alright, concentrate on the machine, second punch, bam! Stronger now. Like, oh, you ain't so loud now, are you, motherfucker? I didn't say it back then because I was like 12 at the time. I think it was like just before high school I pulled that off. course, then in high school, at that stage, you're thought of as like a young adult. So if you go around picking fights, you can't do that anymore. It becomes a campus problem. It becomes an authority problem, and my folks explained to me at that time, like, you do that here, you might spend a day in hold up or some shit like that. You don't want that on your record. You want to.
I must become.
So, I had to keep my cool, even though I had still had idiots and people who did deserve that beat down.
Great, thanks.
Not really beat down, but maybe, like I said, just it might have been harder to do that to high school people. Kids scare a lot easier than little more adults, because you're at that age where you're nothing phases you. You think you're at that age where you're I'm 13, 14-year-old, all full of emotions and rage, full of piss and vinegar. You think you know more than your parents do, from those years ago when you really don't know shit. And we all do that, myself included, I've been reminiscing for a while. Let me get back to the actual, there's Canbalar, so what's over in the, upper region? Up here. Probably more the highland itself. Oh, it's this cove. That's right, I wonder if this is open still now, though. I think you're a lot of the same enemies. I can skip y'all. Oh, that's right, I crawled through a space to get in over there. Gotta look for that. Ooh. Wow. That was actually kind of fast there, Nova. Damn. There you go.
Just doing my job after.
Yeah, see what I mean about the whole, whatchamacallit? Again, I'm usually used to, hoarding all the money so I can, oh, a new shop. I can just buy whatever I want and then just go grind later. Now it's, working against me, kind of. I'm like, Here we go. You're just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Wait, I was probably supposed to go all the way to the end there and grab that thing first, but I saw that. Damn it. I'm always having trouble grabbing those things because you gotta be, the right positioning on that now. That used to be a lot easier, too. I'm getting opened up by back attacks and shit. Now I'm back to barely seeing shit again. I gotta fix the brightness on this thing. So I look back on my, even then, it didn't work for, really dark themes like, The Warriors. I still remember that being really dark. I apologize for that. I had to brighten that up as best I could. RPGs are a lot easier to do that. They expand on, the colors and shit. So it was down here. I think that's out to some other place. Will that actually put me there? Whoa, what's that, French toast? Okay, put that back. Damn it. That's what I mean, though. I'm on Highland's North Branch. Just back out here in this dead end. How much of a dead end is it, though? Treasure over here could be something good. Everbloom. Okay, not what I was hoping for. Still on the lookout for more of them, allium orb wheel things. Then again, this is Fractured Dimension. There's the True Dimension still to come down here and do this on my own time. Because I pretty much mapped out everything on Highland, so let me get to the... Take a bit and get to that next part that I didn't do yet. Anything on the end here before I do that, though? So that's new art for Alvin. How come we're resistant to water by 50%? Okay. It's a new item all the same, and that's, I believe, is a thing, too. You get like 700 different items. So I missed that on my return trip. Okay. So I will meet you in this portion here. I kind of wish I had more stories like that to tell you guys. I could keep, like... Because these I'm just kind of... Pineapple gel. Just, like, looking things up and everything, waiting for the game to do things before I can, like, open my mouth. And I was pretty quiet and kept to myself. Just, you know, don't fuck with me. You know? It's not very open, but, you know, I was friendly. I left you alone. You left me alone, I left you alone. No, you gotta flex. Some people gotta flex the asshole muscle, and, you know, I gotta make them shit themselves as I pick up something heavy. It's like, oh no, we shouldn't have bullied this guy. Again, real easy to do that to kids, because... around these walls here for things. Nowadays you hear stories from like kids from like grade schools and shit bringing in like firearms. I'm like, wow, man. Hunting beret. Nothing for that. This. I keep forgetting to check the whatchamacallit. Because I remember someone else getting the... Like, they didn't get any, art stuff for a while. Like, they didn't get the star that makes me think, oh, they've mastered this element, but... By the same token, it doesn't seem like they would learn anything else from it, so I don't know. I don't know if they're just too far away to learn anything and it doesn't show, or...
So this is a fractured dimension.
Waymarker response detected. Commence retrieval.
There's a waymarker here.
What do we do?
First, we try to find the thing that sticks out the most from the prime dimension. That's usually the catalyst.
Isn't this your hometown? Notice anything unusual?
It's as if there's a pall in the air.
Well, the first step in reporting is to ask around.
First step to solving any problem is information. Getting in the know.